That's right, you read the title of this video correctly. No need to adjust your beautiful fucking faces or get a new face. I have quit my job. It has been my first job straight out of high school, and I have kept that job for 9 years. And what is this job that you were asking that I've left for 9 years? It is Walmart. And it is a weird job to keep for 9 years, some of you may be asking, but let me paint a little bit of a picture for you all. Whenever I first got out of high school, I realized I needed to kind of have a temporary job to, you know, look for a better job. And I figured, well, Walmart has some pretty good benefits. And over the 9 years that I had that job, I never really found a job that I figured would, take me places that I feel like would be as rewarding, that, would make me feel whole or as accomplished that this new job that I have. And as of right now, I can't really say what this new job is, but I can tell you right now with 100% confidence, this new job I have right now makes me feel more independent and successful than I've never felt in my life. I actually feel where my opinion matters. My bosses and coworkers actually respect me as an individual. And Walmart, of course, you all have been following this channel for years, at least those of you that are still stuck with me. It's been a journey, to say the least. I've worked every position that you can think of beside salaried positions. Starting with the company at Walmart, I've worked from pushing carts, I've worked in asset protection, I've worked in management, I've worked in housewares, I've worked in toys, lawn and garden. I've worked in almost every fucking position you can think of. So I can confidently say I know almost every position in that store. And over those 9 years in retail, it can do some things to you. You get a sense of not only self-awareness, that you learn things about yourself, but you learn things about the general public, that you learn to take things for granted that you won't learn anything or anywhere else, and you learn to respect people on such a different level that if you never worked retail. So going from that perspective, this new job, it gives me a much more broader sense of how people work. I wish I could really say what I do, but I make such a huge, not really impact, but in a way I do actually feel like I'm making a difference in the field that I'm working in now. I actually get to feel like I go in, my coworkers and my boss actually respect my opinion, and I've never had that, at least in the places that I went. Because those of you that have followed me, this job that I've had for 9 years, I mean, I've worked in California, I've worked in Arizona, I've worked in Tennessee, and just in the 3 months that I've had this new job, I've never felt this level of appreciation ever. Even in the 9 years that I've had this new job, I've never felt this kind of appreciation that I do now. So it's kind of odd to feel this kind of healthy work environment that I do now, and it is kind of weird to leave a job that I'm so familiar with, because if you work for a place for an extended period of time, you start to become familiar with the procedures and everything that you practice for so many years. You have a level of confidence and things that you can carry throughout your job. I mean, you can carry yourself to, a level of standard that you can do your job with, a level of prestige, if you will. And then when you give that up, especially with 9 years of experience in so many different backgrounds, and you go into a new workplace, it's kind of intimidating. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that being said, in just the short amount of time that I've been at this new workplace, I've still managed to, please my bosses, and and I get along with my coworkers that come from so many different backgrounds. It's so weird, but it's a good weird. I can't think of any other way to put it. And plus, whenever you're stuck in retail for so long, and you go through so much, especially from abusive customers, especially like in California, whenever they're so aggressive. Like, guys, I wish I could go into some of the situations that I went through out in California. Like, some of it was traumatizing. I mean, honestly, you all saw the state that I was in LA, and it was not a good look. There were situations that were pretty dark. I really felt that I was not living the best life in one of the most amazing environments out there, but at the same time, it was in a very toxic environment. And now I'm in one of the best work situations I've ever been in. Don't get me wrong. As much as it sounds like I'm bashing Walmart, they've done some things for me that I feel like I've earned. Like, I have earned a lot of the experience that I will never be able to say that I could earn anywhere else. But that's what it is. I've earned it. It has given me some good iron skin that I can take anywhere else, and it's going to build me up to take on a lot of challenges that have prepared me for situations that I will be able to encounter in the future. But at the same time, it is situations that if I could have avoided, I would have. But I'm here now, and it's because of those experiences. It's given me this opportunity to, have this new job, and this new job is absolutely incredible. So I'm probably stating a lot of the not really stereotypical obvious signs of, like, oh, you left a toxic job and now you're in a new better position, in a better job. But once you're in that position, it really opens your eyes to where it's something that you could have done a lot sooner if you just have done it. And it's a job that really didn't become available once it actually became, available, because the job that I'm actually doing now was something that was actually kind of fought for in our area for years, and then it actually was just recently passed. I don't want to go too much into it because I'm going to see if my boss will actually allow me to openly talk about not really the work specifically that I do, but just the job that I'm involved in. But at the same time, I at least want to openly share to all of you that for the past 9 years, I have worked for Walmart. There were some good things that Walmart has done for me, but a lot of it has been hard. I mean, if you all go back and look at the past videos that I did make while I lived out in California, I was in rough shape. And I can now say that a lot of that was because of Walmart. A lot of the things that I wanted to do with Christopher, a lot of the filming that I wanted to do with him, and just the scheduling just did not match up because I had to work. I wanted to actually make a career in filming industry, and just a lot of different things was constrained just because I had to work 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, just because I had to make ends meet just because of Walmart. And it was a very difficult time, but now I can confidently say that is no longer a part of my current life. I've now been able to move on from that and found a new part of my career that I now feel is a much more healthier part of my life, and it's just in the 3 months that I've been a part of it, it's improved my mental health almost tenfold. Like, it's ridiculous. So if this is anything to anybody out there right now, just know, if you are in a toxic work environment, for the love of God, you do not have to stick with it. Please, like, if you feel like your current work environment is taking a toll on your life and you are not able to live the most of it, there are other options. Even if it is not going to feel like the best choice in the moment, look, there are other employers out there that will treat you better. You just have to go and look. I got this new job from looking on Indeed, and even if you can't find better jobs on Indeed, there are other ways for you to get references to find better places for you to work. I'm just saying I was in my job role for far too long than I needed to be. There were chances, like there was a time whenever I actually felt like I could make a difference in Walmart. Like I submitted a business proposal where I thought I could synergize my workplace into slingshotting it into the 21st century, where I could create jobs, where I could, make technology more accessible, where I could like make smart scanning, inventory synergized packages. Like it was a whole thing where I typed up a business proposal. I was going to send it off to home office. I got my store manager to look at it. They were going to send it off, and hopefully I was going to hear something from home office. It didn't happen. I went to 5 other stores at a car that could barely make it to work. I went to these stores thinking that they could send it to home office, thinking that I was going to maybe eventually get like a corporate level job, thinking that it was going to, land me a better position and I could get respected. Ultimately, it just fell through. I really put my heart and soul thinking like I could really make a difference. Nothing happened. And it was at that point like, you know what, I need to just finally move on and find something better. And it was that point I did. And I really want you all to know that it really doesn't have to be that way. If somebody else is feeling even remotely that same way, hopefully this can be a message to you all, like you're not alone and you guys can do the exact same thing. So I don't want this video to get too long, but I feel like it already is. But if you guys have been following me for a long time, hopefully you can see the change. I know I have. I'm so much more independent than what I used to be, because good God, I am so much more happier than what I used to be. I could go into it, and I don't want to be too dark in what I used to be, but just know that I am in so much more of a happier place now. All just because I actually had somebody take a chance on who I am now. And all that was just because I had to take a chance on leaving my employer, which I did, and it worked out. And I had to take chance after chance after chance in filling out job application after job application. And there were some of them that said no. And there's going to be like many applications and other tripping up over myself. But there's going to be applications that you fill out that they will just say no. You will go to interviews and they will say no. And you just say, okay. You just move on, and it'll just eventually get to a point to where it's just practice after practice after practice to where one of them will say, all right, you're hired. So I think I'm just rambling at this point, but sorry. It's just kind of like a rush of endorphins and serotonin that I haven't had in years. And whenever you've been denied happiness for so long and you haven't had it, you're unaware and you don't know what to do with it. And it's such a surreal feeling to kind of feel that level of happiness again. It's really hard to express yourself with that kind of emotion again whenever you've been denied that for so long. So I don't know, it could just be me, but yeah, I'm just saying, if any of you feel that, for the love of God, you can do it. So I just wanted to share that part of my life with you all, that I'm finally away from a toxic work environment. I'm doing so much better now. So I hope you all are doing fantastic. Hopefully I can start uploading more. I'm going to try to get back into the gym because I have picked up weight. I'm going to try to get into crafting. I'm going to try to get into cosplaying. I'm going to try to get back into the old crazy Jack antics that I used to be in. I know streaming hasn't been as regular as I have been, because I know that was in stasis for a while, but like I said, I've been working 2 jobs, but now it's just one job, one very, very fantastic and amazing, life-changing job. So now that's going to be my primary focus. I'm going to try to get back on a regular regimen. Once that's hit the ground running, I'm going to try to start making content again, but I at least wanted to make this video a lengthy video of kind of what's been going on. So things still might be slow for right now. They'll still be inconsistent. There's no definite schedule, but I might try to get back into streaming. But like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an update of everything that's going on. But that's pretty much it on my end. I still want to thank you guys for still being a part of my life. Like, it's fantastic to see you guys still sticking around after all these years. But that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys for still being around. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And as always, stay frosty.